Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest, or second guest, actually, of today is the star of Straight Outta Compton, one of my favorite movies. He's the star of No Contest Wrestling Podcast. He is going to be filling in for me and Rich tomorrow. He is the host of the Rich Eisen Show. Ladies and gentlemen, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
My goodness. I've never been so welcomed on this show.
Is that the kind of interviews you're going to, introductions you're going to do tomorrow?
I'm going to try to bring it a little bit. I realize how you're hosting right now. You're staying Miz. You're not Rich. You're being Miz. So I got to be Shay. That's all I can be.
You just got to be you.
Yeah,
and just have fun and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. He's giving me the keys to the house, and we will see how smart that was, Miz.
Who we got as a guest?
We got Jacob Fatu to start us off with.
You excited about that one?
Yeah, I'm pumped about that.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you about Jacob Fatu, man.
Yeah,
he's special.
He looks insane.
He is special.
Yeah. Getting
in the ring with him, I was like, oh, he's good, and he is one of those guys. Because we've been talking a lot about this, that will go to the veterans and go, hey, how can I get better? What can I do to be better? And I literally look at him and I see the intangibles, the it factor. When I'm in the ring, I can tell when a guy is going to be a bona fide superstar. Like when I remember being in the ring with Roman and they were trying to figure out if he's going to be going up, and I got in there, I was like, this guy is amazing. I knew Jay and Jimmy Uso were going to be superstars because I could feel them in a ring. I could feel their energy, right? And even AJ Styles, when he first came into WWE, everyone in the back was not sure if he was going to be able to become the AJ Styles that he is today. But when I got in the ring with him, I go, there's something about him. And he's different from everybody else that I've worked with, but there's something about him that gives him that it factor. Jacob Fatu has the it factor. He will be a big rise. I mean, right now he's rising, but he will be a huge star in the WWE. The world is his oyster. His promos have energy. They're infectious. The in-ring work, he can do every move. And a guy at his size, he should not be doing half of the things that he is doing, but he is still doing. What do you think of Jacob Fatu?
Man, I love his intensity. And there's just, you believe him. You know, when he tells you that he'll dog walk you, you believe him. You know, he brings it, and obviously the moveset is there, and it is just that next level that you see the WWE starting to show you new superstars to kind of be the guys, and it's written on the wall. You know, Jacob Fatu, people were having whispers about him for so long. So when he finally made his WWE debut, you couldn't be happier with the Samoan Werewolf. He's in trouble right now because he's getting jumped every single time.
Well, yeah, he needs to.
Every single time.
He's definitely getting jumped every single time by
we're
Solo.
Definitely talking about that. Talking about that tomorrow. Talking about, how I'm going to use the interview tomorrow is I'm going to cheat for the No Contest Wrestling Podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because we're definitely going to be using those clips.
How's that podcast been going?
It's going really well.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah,
so you've always been a huge fan of WWE. Growing up, what was that like? Like, did your pops love wrestling? Is that how you got into it?
I mean, my dad loved wrestling. He kind of got out of it, but it was really my big brother Daryl who introduced me to wrestling through a game on Sega Genesis called WWF Raw. That's when he showed me Razor Ramon, Doink the Clown, Bam Bam Bigelow, Taker, Shawn Michaels. And from there, he was like, we could watch these guys. And then I was like, oh, all right, these are real people. It's not just a game. And he showed me, and probably about 98, 99 is when I started watching like weekly. And then by the 2000s, I'm fully locked in. I'm locked in to Raw. Back when SmackDown was on UPN, like I'm locked in. And now it got to the point where I finished filming Den of Thieves 2, and I had Swagger Season 2 had just aired, and we were on strike. And that scared me because it was like at any time, two people can have an argument that causes me to lose my income for 8 months. And I didn't like that. So I needed something that I could rely on. And wrestling don't give a damn. wrestling gonna be here, you know, and no off season. They didn't even stop during the pandemic, so it's always gonna be something I can go to. And so I was thinking of ways that I could talk about wrestling, you know, whether that would get on streaming and do it. And then little did I know that there was a conversation being had between Rich Eisen and my man TJ Jefferson back there. And when it came time to kind of pick a host for this wrestling show that he wanted to pair with TJ had me at the top of the list. So, you know, that's my tag team partner.
What's been your
right
best
there.
interview, do you think? Like you've probably how many interviews have you had so far?
Interviews. I know our episodes are in the 40s, but we probably.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have one that you're like, or maybe in a couple that you're like, dude, this was amazing. It's everything I wanted to be.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mick like came in studio, but like to be able to sit down and like talk to Mick, there were a lot of times, and TJ would tell you too, there's a lot of times where we're just like, it's Mick Foley.
I just found myself staring at him.
Yeah,
at one point.
like a monument. Like
You know what's
Mick Foley.
crazy? Like every year he sends my kids Santa cards. Like he loves Santa Claus. He loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And so every year he gets these amazing like drawing pictures that he writes a whole, and the writing is immaculate. It's gorgeous. And he'll always text and be like, hey, can you give me a little bit about what they're into? And he'll write all about it. And so every year my kids look so much forward to getting these letters for Christmas. One year he forgot. I think it's because I moved. Oh, okay. And I didn't tell him. And he was like, oh, my God, I cannot believe it. And he sent it late, but the kids still loved it.
Yeah,
that's the type of person that Mick Foley is.
Just a good dude. And like I told him, I said, dude, you are the personification of for the love of the game. Because like you've done so much that you don't have to do, but because you get it. And he told us about, you know, having tacks on the ring and like taking a bump on the tack's face first. And he was like, I might lose an eye, but think of the pop. And like that right there.
But that's what we live for.
Yeah.
That's what we live for in the ring, because the pop, it's not just us getting the pop. It's the audience getting that experience too. Because that person, whoever it was involved in that arena, will always remember that moment. Yeah. So that's what we're always living for. That's what we're always striving to do.
The moment. And he spoke about that. He spoke about, you know, he said he wasn't as athletically gifted as a lot of the other greats, but if you talk about him on that car ride home, he got you. That moment, the stealing the show moments, and he's got a lot of them. He's got a lot of them that have been people have tried to recreate, but nobody does it like Mick. So Mick was one of my favorites. CM Punk, you know, because it was our first episode.
Did he come in a suit?
No. He came in a
Heat t-shirt.
Yeah, in a Heat t-shirt.
I have a hard time seeing him in a suit. Like when I back in the day when I used to see him, it would be like Hall of Fame, and I'd be like, dude, suit?
Yeah,
look at you.
all right.
Now I'll see him a couple times and be like, look at this guy.
Yeah,
CM
dude.
suit.
Yeah, CM suit. Oh, I'm texting him that. CM suit. But yeah, so it's been a blessing so far. We've had a great ride. We got to go to Fanatics Fest.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah, I heard all. I've been to the first one. Yeah, I heard the second one was even bigger.
I got to meet Triple H. Stephanie McMahon gave us hugs. It was like the best time. We got to meet Taker. Got to meet and talk with Nick Khan. TJ doesn't like that Triple H is in my phone under Paul. He feels like that's out of line. But like this one is
Paul. He's not Paul in mine either. It's Triple H.
It just bugged me. He kept calling him Paul. I'm like, you don't know him like that. Don't call him Paul.
I guess he feels like he knows him like
Paul,
that.
Bro. Chef Paul, bro. He's cooking out here.
Who's the one person that you guys would want on the podcast right now? Like, what's the get? Like, what's the one that you're like, this is what I want?
Shay, can I do a 1, 2, 3, and I know what you're going to say, and we'll hit him with it?
Whoa.
You just gave it away.
I just wanted to make sure, bro, we live.
1, 2, 3.
So, see that little noise right there? When you hear The Rock's music, you're waiting for that because that's where the pop happens. And I've been waiting on that since WrestleMania 41. So, like, Rock, he's going to be kind of around the time of our 50th episode will be when I would assume he's starting promo for the Smashing Machine. So it'd be a good look.
You're really getting in depth with where. All right, he's doing this, and this.
That's
This is how
side.
we can get him.
Yeah, buddy.
What would be like? What would be like a question that you'd want like to really ask him?
I have a few questions that like. Because we're on our first leg of meeting a lot of people for the first time, there are certain questions that I can't not ask people. I got to know about you getting bit by the wrestling bug, you know, what that was. I got to know your welcome to wrestling moment where you're like, okay, this is my new life. All right, this is what we chose. Another one of my favorites is obviously our bar fight question, where we put superstars in a situation where they got to fight 50 people and they need to pick a team of them and 4 other superstars to make it to the car, which is always fun.
Wow.
'Cause people love drafts.
Yeah.
People love drafting. And then another one that is kind of close to my heart is, when, as a fan, did wrestling break your heart? So I need to ask you.
Those are great questions.
You
Look
can
at
check
you.
that on the No Contest Wrestling
No
podcast.
Contest Wrestling Podcast. Let's go.
I
You
gotta
guys are
ask
getting
you,
into
bro.
what's that?
When did wrestling, as a fan, because you were a fan, when did wrestling break your heart?
Break my heart?
Yeah. My example that I always use, obviously, when Austin teamed up with McMahon and beat Rock at 17, or X7 if you're one of those people. But then also when Hulk Hogan definitely ran the Rock over, and while he was in an ambulance. As a kid, I was crushed.
You know, it wasn't as a kid.
Oh yeah, tell me.
It didn't break my heart as a kid.
All right, when
wrestling, and it wasn't even a broken heart. It was more of a,
yeah,
that was beautiful.
Okay.
That was incredible. Shawn Michaels,
okay,
Ric Flair.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
I love you.
I'm sorry, I love you.
Yeah.
And the way he said it, and the way Flair is selling up, there was just beauty and magic in that moment. The audience all knowing what is going to happen. We knew before even going in, but the way they were able to sell that reaction is unlike anything I've ever seen. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And it, even like now, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, you know. And I'm a grown man,
Right,
like I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of professional wrestling. We take you into our arena, and we share this audience and this crew. Like it's almost like a fraternity or a sorority, and we're all together. And we're all watching the same product, and we're getting involved in the same characters. But some people love characters more than others.
Yeah.
And you get to choose who you love and who you like. My daughters right now love Alexa Bliss. Why do you love Alexa Bliss? I like her pink hair.
Yeah.
They're 5 and 7.
Yeah.
They're 5 and 7.
Yeah.
Sometimes just sometimes I'll watch my daughters watch the show, and I bet, who do you like? And they always chose the colorful person.
Yeah.
And I was always like, well, that's why Cena looked like a Fruity Pebble.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Bright orange shirt.
What do you
bright
think
green
about
shirt.
the farewell tour?
I and TJ would tell you, I don't fake the funk. I'm not a funk faker. I was not a Cena fan.
Really?
Man, I would. He always wins, but then he loses too, because that's how you get to 17. But like, man, I just always felt like he won. My little brother Sharif, full-fledged member of C Nation, and I couldn't stand it.
People like winners.
Yeah, I couldn't.
People
I was
love
like, come
winners.
on, man. I get it. You do the Marine movie and you come out saluting me every time now. Get out of here. By the way, Marine 6,
Yeah.
fire.
Look at that. See that? We're getting a lot of plugs for the Marine today. I'll tell you what. I'll take
you,
that
bro.
all
I
day.
got you, bro.
All day.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So what else we got tomorrow? Who else you got as a guest?
The middle section is is still pending, but third we're going to finish it off with actor, rapper. I'm a big fan of him. We're going to be talking about his basketball league. Ice Cube is going to be joining us. I hear he's a good dude. I can't wait to talk to him. Yeah, it should be
Wow,
nice.
you made a call, didn't you? You're like,
I mean, my mom picked
Dad.
up, and he said, yeah. So it worked out.
were you close with your dad growing up?
Yeah, absolutely. That was like, he's the best coach I could ask for. And in fact,
Was he a basketball coach?
Yeah, he was my basketball coach, but he's
Really?
also my life coach. But and he was the dad who coached that. Once the ball went in the air, my name is 33. Like my name is, whatever my number is. He won't say my name. It's just I look for my number to hear from him, and it he's been my coach all out through life. My basketball coach, obviously, when I was a kid. But today just happens to be the 10-year anniversary of Straight Outta Compton, of my first acting gig ever, where he got to see all his coaching come to fruition.
You did so good, man.
That
movie is unbelievably. It's just so good because I remember, when they came out, and it was unlike anything that anyone's ever seen. I remember CB4 coming out, basically. like
got a cameo in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, I remember all that stuff. I mean, my first CD, if everyone remembers CDs, was Ice Cube.
Nice.
It was having what was it? Today was a good day.
Yeah.
That was my first, and it was Onyx Slam.
Oh yeah, bro.
Those were my two CDs. Those are my two first CDs that I ever got. Wow. So what life lessons did your dad bestow upon you? Like, what does Ice Cube bestow upon you?
I think one of the biggest lessons he's ever given me was there's no good time for bad news. That's a heavy one, because a lot of us will get some information and try to procrastinate to see if there's a good time to tell somebody. There is no good time. Just take the Band-Aid off, because that way you can heal the quickest, So that's a good one. When it came to the business, he always told me to never do a movie that I wouldn't go see. Don't do anything that, just having knowledge of whatever I put on that screen is going to be there forever. And nobody's going to be like, man, the writers on this did him terrible. Or nobody's thinking about all the other things. They see you, and you did that, and you got to hold that forever. So never do anything that you wouldn't go see, and don't put yourself in those positions. Things like know your worth. Know your worth is tricky, because there was a situation on the first Den of Thieves where, it's my third movie ever, and I was on set a lot of the days for 13, 14 hours, and they wouldn't use me. They just wouldn't have time to get to my character, because I'm supposed to be low key in that movie, so I don't have a lot of meaty scenes. So I called him one day, and I was like, Dad, this is the third day in a row where I've been here 12, 14 hours and they haven't used me. He was like, go home. I was like, what? Wait. He was like, yeah, tell them that you flying to LA and call you when they need you. I said, Dad,
it don't work like that.
I can't do that. That's an Ice Cube way of thinking. You know, that's an Ice Cube way of doing things. I'm still trying to earn my stripes. So, a lot of that had to be filtered and shifted into how I can do things. But now I'm a 10-year vet, Miz.
Yes,
I'll
you
get
are.
on the plane.
And you're hosting this show tomorrow.
That's right, TJ, and I didn't have to fake a leg injury to do it.
That's right.
That's right.
Hosting tomorrow. You got the No Wrestling Contest podcast.
Yeah,
Congratulations on all your success, man. We really love it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.